right. Hi there, everyone. Just want to give everyone a moment to join us. But I do want to welcome everyone to the University of Chicago's Crown Family School virtual webinar info session. Before I get started, can everyone hear me okay? Just a thumbs up. Good, good, good. All right. Great. My name is Adam Smith, and I'm one of the three assistant directors of admissions here at the University of Chicago's Crown Family School of Social Work Policy and Practice. Today is all about picturing yourself in graduate school and seeing how the Crown Family School prepares you for meaningful work in social work, social policy, and social administration. During our time together, we'll provide an overview of the Crown Family School, how the social work program is designed, highlight some key distinctions about the experiences you can expect, and explain how to get started. Then we will have time at the end for Q&A. Before we get started, I want to introduce a few colleagues from the admissions team who will be on hand to answer questions in the chat in real time, so don't hesitate to drop in a question along the way, okay? First, I would like to introduce you to the Director of Admissions, Ron Martin.
Hey, everyone.
Also joining us is my colleague, Jamal Banks, who is also one of the Assistant Directors of Admissions here at the Crown Family School. And we also have Tolly Williams-Gurian, who is one of our Crown Student Ambassadors here to give a current student perspective.
Hey, everyone.
All right. Now, let me share a few housekeeping items to help us make the most of our time together. We are recording today's presentation, so you'll be able to revisit if you like, come back and revisit later if you would like to. If you're comfortable, please feel free to turn your camera on. It's always nice to see who's with us, but please keep yourself on mute during the presentation, and then you'll be welcome to unmute during the Q&A portion at the end. Deal? All right. And finally, I want to know a little bit more about who's here. If you're comfortable, drop in the chat where you're joining us from, and if you're currently an undergraduate student, working in the field, or exploring a career change. This helps me get a sense of who's in the room and tailor what I share to connect with your interests. What do we have here? Right. LA, clinical research, awesome. Louisville, is it Louisville, Louisville? Peace Corps volunteer, Botswana, wow. Right, LA, Chicago, Hungary, wow. Baton Rouge, amazing, amazing. All right. This is all exciting stuff. Okay. Well, now let's get started with what guides our work. I want to start with what anchors everything you'll hear today, our mission and the reputation that flows from it. Our mission at the Crown Family School is simple yet ambitious: to advance a more just and humane society through teaching, research, and service. That commitment has guided us since our founding, and it continues to shape the way we prepare professionals today. For more than a century, the Crown Family School has been at the forefront of defining what rigorous, community-connected social work education looks like. You'll see that balance throughout today's presentation. We combine academic scholarship with practice and individual preparedness with support for systemic change. This tradition of leadership is what positions our graduates to influence the future of the profession and the broader social sector. To learn more about the history of social work and what social work is, and what social workers do, I encourage you to explore a special UChicago series called The Day Tomorrow Began, Social Work Edition. I'll drop the link in the chat so you all can visit after this info session. All right. Now, with that foundation in mind, let's look at the distinctions that make the Crown Family School experience exceptional. When students and alumni describe their time at the Crown Family School, they often call it transformative. They point to the academic rigor, the leadership and scholarship of our faculty, and our inclusive and diverse community, along with the chance to engage both locally and globally. They also highlight our interdisciplinary approach and our deep commitment to social justice, which are reflected in the classroom, in field placements, programming, and in partnerships. Together, these distinctions shape the design of our master's program and create an environment that challenges you intellectually, supports you personally, and prepares you to make a lasting social impact through your work with individuals, families, communities, and systems. Let's take a closer look at the structure of the program so you can see at a glance what it offers. Our degree is the AM, the RDM Magister. It is equivalent to the MSW, but offers a broader foundation that combines direct practice with policy development and interdisciplinary research. That means you're not limited to one path. You graduate with the flexibility to work directly with individuals and families, to engage with communities and organizations, or to shape systems and policy at a broader level. In the field of social work, it is often described as micro, meso, and macro practice. Micro relates to work with individuals and families, meso connects to groups, schools, and community organizations, and macro relates to systems, policy, and leadership. The AM degree is designed to prepare you across all three levels, so you can make an impact wherever your interests take you. That combination of practice, policy, and research is what makes our program unique. It prepares you not only for the role you want now, but also for the leadership positions you may grow into later in your career. At the Crown Family School, our students bring a wide range of experiences and goals. To reflect that, the AM degree can be pursued in several different formats, each designed to fit your background and your timeline. We offer three paths into the AM: the accelerated one-year advanced standing option, the two-year full-time option, or the three-year part-time option. The accelerated one-year advanced standing option is available for recent BSW, Bachelor of Social Work, graduates within the last 5 years from an accredited CSWE institution. That's the Council on Social Work Education. The program begins in the summer quarter, with students taking a full-time load of 3 classes per quarter and completing 1 field placement. The 2-year full-time option is designed for those starting or changing careers and is open to any prior academic or professional background. It begins in the autumn quarter, with students taking 3 classes per quarter and completing 2 field placements. The 3-year part-time option is built for working professionals or those who are seeking a greater level of flexibility in terms of pace and timing. It begins in the autumn quarter, with students taking 2 classes per quarter, either during the day or in the evening, and completing 2 field placements as well. You can also pursue joint degrees with the Booth School of Business, the Divinity School, or the Harris School of Public Policy if you want to pair social work training through those lenses. The enrollment format you choose depends on your own timeline and background, but each leads to the same degree, the same academic rigor, the same faculty access, and the same community. Choosing a format is about finding the right fit for your life. From there, every student has the chance to personalize the AM degree by focusing on the issues that matter most and aligning the program with your passions. The next step is making the program your own. At the Crown Family School, you do that by choosing a pathway. Your pathway shapes the courses you take, the field placements you pursue, and the issues you explore most deeply. Let's take a look at the 5 pathways you can choose from. Children and families in system contexts, disrupting poverty, economic inequality, and social exclusion, global health and social development, integrating health, mental health, and social care, or transforming justice and violence prevention. So as you look at these options, I just want to get an idea for what resonates with you the most. So in the chat, if you don't mind, let me know which one of these 5 pathways is really calling to you right now. And You don't have to have one in mind already. You don't have to make that decision until after you're into the program and enrolled and you've connected with your academic advisor. But just for now, let me know what's really calling you right at this moment. 2, 2, and 5. So 2, disrupting poverty. 4, integrating health. 2, 4, 1, 4. Nice. 4, 5, 4, 2. Too many. 2 through 5. Wonderful, wonderful. 1 or 4. So that's good. I'm so glad that everyone has a lot of different interests, and some people already are aware of what their pathway is going to be. Again, we have a full team that's here to support you and really help make that decision with you as you decide which pathway best fits you and your goals. Okay? And again, your pathway guides the focus, and the curriculum provides the framework. That progression becomes even clearer when you look at how the curriculum is structured. So let me walk you through it using a full-time student as an example. Okay? All right, we have year 1 and year 2. The AM curriculum is designed to give you both breadth and depth. On the map, you'll notice that the first year emphasizes core courses. There are 9 in total, covering social intervention, human behavior, diversity, and research. These courses ground you in the theories and frameworks of the profession. In the second year, the focus shifts to advanced practice and electives. Every student takes one integrated pathway course and at least 2 pathway electives, along with additional electives that allow you to specialize even further. This is where you deepen your expertise in the area that matters most to you, whether that is health and mental health, justice reform, poverty and inequality, children and families, or global development. Field education is also central, running across both years. What you learn in class shows up in practice, and what you experience in practice enriches the classroom. That integration is intentional, and it's one of the reasons our graduates feel confident and prepared for their next step. The strength of the curriculum comes not only from its design, but from the faculty you'll be learning from every day. One of the things students talk about most is the opportunity to work closely with faculty who not only bring cutting-edge research into the classroom, but are deeply invested in their students' growth and success. Let's take a closer look at who our faculty are and the distinctive perspectives they bring to the program. Our faculty are leaders and scholars across social work and related disciplines. They are trained in social work, psychology, sociology, political science, public health, even economics. They bring insights from their research into the classroom and encourage critical inquiry. At the Crown Family School, our approach is interdisciplinary and intellectually pluralistic, supported by the University of Chicago's foundation of free expression and open discourse. Students often say mentorship and freedom of inquiry are defining parts of their experience here. You will learn directly from scholars who are advancing the field. Now, the classroom is only one part of your experience here. Learning also extends into the field and is strengthened through the wide range of support services available to you. Some of the most meaningful growth happens outside the classroom. Field education takes place. Field education places you in real-world settings where you put the theory into action, while wraparound support ensures you have the guidance and resources to thrive. Together, these experiences expand your learning and prepare you for the challenges of professional practice. Let's take a closer look at how field education and student support shape your journey here. Field education is an essential part of your experience at the Crown Family School. Each year, more than 400 students are placed across 800 agencies, contributing over 225,000 hours of real-world training. These placements span hospitals, schools, nonprofits, government agencies, and community-based organizations, all aligned with your pathway and career goals. For full-time and part-time students, in your first placement, the core or foundational placement, our field education team secures the site for you. Before you begin, you'll complete a detailed survey about your goals, interests, location, and logistics, and the team works carefully to match you with an agency. These placements often focus on direct practice, and all students complete a macro project to connect classroom learning with work in the micro, meso, and macro levels. In your second placement, advanced placement, which is also the one field placement for advanced standing students, you take a more active role. You will explore options in our field database. You will apply with a resume and cover letter, and you will interview with the agency directly. This allows you to target your interests, whether that's counseling, policy analysis, programming, or community-based leadership. I'd like to call out the photos on your screen right now. They're from our Field Expo, hosted by the Field Education team back in January. We had 75 local and area agencies and organizations here in the Crown Family School building to network with our first year students and provide them with an opportunity to make connections for their second year placement. While field education is central to your professional growth, we know that thriving in graduate school requires more than placements and coursework. That's why the Crown Family School offers extensive student services to support you academically, professionally, and personally. You'll find a wide range of services designed to support every part of your graduate journey. Academic advising is available through one-on-one sessions, group meetings, and drop-in hours to help you navigate your coursework and stay on track. You'll also have access to career coaching, leadership development programs, health and wellness resources, and an active community of student organizations that bring students together around shared interests and identities. The Crown Family School is also one of only 12 social work graduate school programs in the country with these level of resources designed specifically for the social work graduate student. I'm going to repeat that. The Crown Family School is one of only 12 social work graduate school programs in the country with these level of resources designed specifically for the social work graduate student. Another defining feature of student life here is the number of events you can participate in. Each year, the school hosts hundreds of workshops, panels, and lectures with national speakers on topics that span everything from mental health and social work practice to leadership, equity, and global issues. All of these supports combine to create an environment where you can thrive academically, build meaningful connections, and develop as both a professional and a leader. And beyond services on campus, there are exceptional opportunities that take your learning even further into the world. Chicago is more than the backdrop for your studies. It is part of your education. Our Hyde Park campus is located in one of the city's most vibrant and eclectic neighborhoods. Honestly, Hyde Park is my favorite neighborhood in Chicago. Here you'll find tree-lined streets, historic architecture, abundant parks, and the lakefront just a short walk away. Hyde Park is home to world-class museums, independent bookstores, cafes, and cultural festivals that reflect its progressive and multicultural spirit. Living and learning here means you are surrounded by a neighborhood full of energy and diversity, while also being deeply connected to the broader city of Chicago and all it has to offer. Okay, so another question that I want to pose to you all in the chat. What is your favorite part about Chicago? So if you're from here and familiar, let me know. Or what is something you're excited to experience here? Could it be the pizza and the food? Could it be the museums? Could it be the weather? Could it be Lollapalooza? Anything that comes to mind. I just want to check and see the temperature. So drop your answers in the chat for me. And the food. Best food in the world. Hands down. Cultural diversity. Yep, you're going to get plenty. Culture. Architecture. My colleague Jamal is a architecture. He's brilliant. He really knows about the architecture in Chicago and all over the world. So if you have any questions about architecture, Jamal, he's the one to go to. I'm not from Chicago, but I'm ecstatic to experience a larger city with beautiful community, the food, culture, and the Four Seasons. Yep, you're going to get all of that. You might even get Four Seasons in a day. So be prepared. And if you're going to get a winter jacket, get your winter jacket in Chicago. I don't know what it is, but Our winters get cold and you're going to need to get specific feathers. And the feathers that they sell at the stores in Chicago are different than the feathers that they sell in other parts of the United States. It's my personal thought, and I can't prove it, but get your coat in Chicago. Okay. Awesome, awesome. So, along with everything Chicago offers, there are also opportunities that take your learning beyond the city, across the country, and even around the world. Your education goes far beyond the classroom. You'll have opportunities like Advocacy Day, where students travel to the state capitol, Springfield, to meet with legislators, and civic trips, where you connect directly with community leaders across Chicago. For example, students have met with leaders of local organizations on the south and west sides of Chicago that provide young men of color with support for degree completion and job placement opportunities. With these treks, you really get to see all levels of social work working together in real time: the micro, the meso, and the macro. Another unique opportunity offered here at Crown is Washington Week, which offers direct exposure to policymakers, alumni, and national organizations for a week in Washington, D.C. Global opportunities, such as the Winter Institute in Hong Kong and Vietnam, or studying in India, all allow you to compare approaches to poverty, inequality, and social welfare in different contexts. Signature programs include the Kiphart Scholars Program in Global Health and Social Development, and the Obama Foundation Scholars Program, which brings together students across the University of Chicago who are committed to advancing social change. These experiences help you apply classroom learning in practice, helps deepen your perspective, and also helps build lifelong networks. Now you've seen what makes the Crown Family School an incredible place to study. Now, let's go ahead and shift to the practical details that will help you take the next step towards graduate school. In this final part of the session, I will walk you through costs, scholarships, application timelines, and what's required to apply. These are the pieces that bring everything we've talked about today into focus and help you start planning your path forward. Let's begin with the cost of attendance. And this is our campus. This is in the fall. This is a beautiful campus of ours. I highly encourage you to visit if you can. I highly encourage you to give us a chance to show you around campus if you have time for a campus tour. We also have some events that are coming up virtually and in person. I encourage you to visit our events page so you can check those out as well. Graduate education is a major investment, and it's important to understand what that looks like at the Crown Family School. On the screen, you'll see tuition, fees, and estimated living expenses for a year of study. The tuition amounts vary by enrollment options, and the right-hand column lists additional costs, including room and board, books, and commuting to field placements. These costs reflect the rigor, reputation, and opportunities we talked about earlier, and they represent the value of joining a program that prepares you for impact across the field. We share this breakdown to be transparent about the full cost of attendance and to help you start planning. Keep in mind that nearly all of our students receive scholarships towards tuition. Now, let's take a closer look at scholarships and how they make this level of education accessible for all of our students. 98% of our master's students receive scholarships towards tuition. 98%. With awards ranging from $10,000 to full tuition. All applicants are automatically considered, and nearly all scholarships are renewed for the second year. There's no separate application, and your award is shared with your admissions decision. So as soon as you find out you're admitted, you'll also receive your financial aid, your financial scholarship offer. If, after receiving your scholarship, you believe you still have a compelling financial gap, you can request a consideration. I'm being very intentional right now, and I'm going to repeat that, okay? If, after receiving your scholarship, you believe you still have a compelling gap, you can request a scholarship reconsideration. And the scholarship reconsideration will not be reconsidered for a lesser amount. It could potentially be denied. It can potentially be approved. But hear me when I say, if after receiving your scholarship, you believe you still have a compelling financial gap, you can request a reconsideration. All right. For U.S. citizens and permanent residents, we also encourage you to complete the FAFSA, which is open now, to explore federal aid options, okay? The Crown Family School FAFSA code is 001774. Scholarships play an important role in making graduate study possible, but it's equally important to plan ahead with confidence as you think about financing your education. Planning ahead is key. Being mindful of deadlines not only gives you more options, it also gives you more time to make decisions and prepare for the transition to graduate school. Let's take a look at the application calendar. We encourage applicants to apply by the early action deadline of December 1st. Submitting by this date means you'll receive your decision by February 1st, giving you more time to weigh your options, plan your finances, and prepare for the transition to graduate school. For those applying later, the priority deadline is February 1st, with decisions released by April 1st. And the final deadline is April 1st and is also on a space available basis. Applying early provides the advantage of choice, time, and peace of mind as you take the next steps in your graduate journey. Now let's take a deep dive into what goes into a strong application and what you'll need to submit. Once you complete the application form, there are just 4 supplemental items you'll need to submit. First, academic transcripts. We require transcripts from every post-secondary institution where you've completed 3 or more courses, unless those courses with grades already appear on your home institution transcript. If your education was outside the U.S., you'll need a course-by-course credential evaluation so your records can be accurately reviewed. Second, the candidate statement. This is your opportunity to help us get to know you. In 3 to 4 pages, you'll share what inspires you to pursue the degree at the Crown Family School, the kind of work you hope to do, and how our program will help you reach those goals. We also ask you to reflect on your values and how they connect with our mission. A strong statement responds directly to the prompts, and it's always helpful to get feedback before submitting. Third, letters of recommendation. We require at least 3 with no more than 4 accepted. At least 2 should address your academic readiness, and if you're currently or have recently been employed, 1 should come from your supervisor. Advanced standing applicants will also need a reference from a field instructor or practice professional, or practice professor. The strongest letters highlight your academic preparedness, professional performance, and critical thinking skills. And fourth, your resume or CV. This should be comprehensive, highlighting your academic background, professional experience, volunteer work, and leadership activities. This is a way of thinking about your journey, really thinking about your impact that you hope to make through training here as well. Another thing, we do not have an application fee this year. We also do not require interviews, the GRE, or any other standardized exams, with the exception of TOEFL or IELTS, which may be required for international students. Our process is holistic, which means we consider your academic preparedness, professional experience, goals, and most importantly, how your long-term plan aligns with the mission and values of the Crown Family School. And I know you all heard me mention the mission and values. I highly encourage you to visit our website, just get familiar with our mission and values, and make sure that they align with your goals as well. Now that you know what's required, let's discuss a few practical tips to help you put together a strong application. Okay, so the tips I'm about to share come directly from our admissions committee. Every year, we see patterns in the strongest applications, and these insights can help you put your best foot forward. First, start early. Give yourself plenty of time to review and refine your application and the supplemental materials. Second, be specific. Use your statement and resume to show concrete examples of leadership and impact, especially where your work connects with the Crown Family Schools mission. Third, line up your recommenders early. Letters of recommendation can take time, and it helps if your recommenders understand your goals. Always have a backup plan in mind in case someone is delayed. Fourth, proofread carefully. It sounds simple, but every year someone sends in an application with errors, or worse, with the name of another school. Attention to detail makes a difference. Finally, apply early. This not only maximizes your opportunities for scholarships, but also gives you more time to explore external funding options. And remember, if you receive your award and still have a compelling financial gap, what can you do? You can request a scholarship reconsideration. These 5 steps can help you submit a strong, confident application, all right? So, before we close, I want to make sure you know how to reach us with any questions. Our admissions team is here to support you. And you see all our names, faces, and our contact information here. Whether you're deciding which enrollment option fits best, hoping to tour campus, or looking to connect with an alum or current student, we're just an email or phone call away. We're happy to answer your questions and help you think through your next steps. Before we move to Q&A, I have one final question, just curious about where you are in the process. So if you don't mind dropping in the chat, have you already started your application, or are you still deciding? Or I was really just here just to kill some time and I'm not going to apply at all anyway. Just let us know where you are, because I think that will really help me to gauge the level of support and the things that I need to communicate with you all as well. Started, will apply. Got it. I'm currently working on applicant. Yep. Great. 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 Love it. Love it. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Yep, not till next year. Okay. Well, we're here. We are here to support you. So I hope this session has given you a clear picture of who we are and what makes the Crown Family School a leader in social work, social policy, and social administration. And with that being said, let's open the floor to your questions. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask away.